Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we are doing something new. This is what if Deku had shikoku. Possibly misspelled. Anyway, so in this what if, Deku gets a quirk. He actually has this quirk at birth. So, let's go over what the quirk is and all the changes in the My Hero Academia or Deku's life. Okay, first of all, his quirk's called shikoku. Grants a powerful demon with one tail inside of his mind that lends him power. This demon's called shikoku. Allows the user to control and manipulate sand. Can condense energy to a powerful black orb. Can turn into the sand demon shikoku. And he does get the ability of Gaara's ultimate defense. You might be wondering how, considering that's not an ability of shikoku. Well, I'll be explaining that soon. Now for his background info. Inko died giving birth to Deku. Hisashi, I believe is his name, blames Deku, so Deku grows up in an orphanage. He does go to the same schools in canon to make it simple. Because of his mom dying when he's born, that's similar to what happened to Gaara, so I'm giving him ultimate defense that way. Because from what I understand about Gaara's ultimate defense, is his mother's life force protecting him. So yeah, that's how Izuku gets it. Deku is called a villain because he has a demon literally inside of his stomach. He's isolated and hated just like all the Jinchuriki from the Leaf. Now what he looks like, it's basically Gaara. He even has the whole gourd thing. So yeah. This is the black orb, the tail beast bomb. This is what Shikoku looks like. And this is what Naruto will look like during My Hero Academia, high school, or whatever. So yeah, let's get into what Deku's childhood is like. So growing up at the orphanage, he didn't get fed too much, because even the nuns, they didn't like him too much because his quirk literally revolves around a demon being inside of him. So he's pretty isolated and hated. He has the same, well, not the same personality. He's shy and he still wants to be a hero and protect people. But he's also pretty cold-hearted. He has no problems with killing. He won't go out of his way to, but he don't mind it. He ain't an anti-hero. He really wants to protect people. He just don't mind killing. Okay. Anyway, in the orphanage, he has no friends, no biological family like Gaara did, and he does, however, spend time with Shikoku, so they get to know each other decently well. They're not best friends or anything. Like, Deku's not going to get, like, the transformation or anything yet. He will get that eventually, but not yet. So right now, all he has is the ability to manipulate sand. So yeah, he does train with his quirk because he knows it will be important to become a powerful hero. Like I said, he has his quirk since birth, so he's seen as pretty strong. And in terms for intelligence, we're gonna say he's around the same as in canon, because I see no reason for him to be dumber, because whenever we see his room, all we see is like All Might posters and stuff, not really books, so we don't get the indication that he reads a lot. Well, besides him writing down his own notes about heroes, which he won't do in this because he's more focused on training himself. So yeah. Another thing is when it comes to Bakugo. Actually, let's just get into his kindergarten years and we'll stop before we hit middle school. So in kindergarten or preschool, Deku is given the name Deku, same as in canon, but he's also called Demon Brat by some of the adults. Even the teachers fear him. So when people find out what his quirk is, they stay away from him. except Bakugo. Bakugo calls him a monster, a villain, and says a bunch of mean stuff, and eventually tries to attack Deku. This will happen in kindergarten. Deku's automatic sand shield will instantly defend him. He will then let the sand fall to the ground, and he would wrap it all around Bakugo's body. He would then tilt his head, and he would tell Bakugo, "Attack me again and see what happens. I have no problems with killing." He would then give a small smile before he flicks Bakugo on the head and puts the sand back into his gourd. So yeah, he would then continue on as normal. Bakugo is terrified, so he trains a lot to be able to beat him. So because of this, Bakugo is around season 2 power, around middle school. So he's a lot stronger. And he can make the explosions he makes with his gauntlets just barehanded, but it does have a pretty big drawback. So, yeah. So, because Deku's in an orphanage, and he doesn't really have any friends there, and the nuns and stuff don't treat him too well, he does try and run away a handful of times, but he does come back. Well, or he gets caught by the police and brought back. So, another thing is, he's trying to make it to where when he's low on sand, he can make more. Which, if you don't know how this is done, by putting some sand in the ground, Gar is able to turn the rocks and minerals into sand, which he's able to manipulate. Oh, and if you're wondering why Deku has the ability to manipulate sand, because Gaara has it by himself and Shikoku didn't give it to him, it's because Shikoku does give the ability to manipulate sand, but Gaara had it from birth because of his father being the 4th Mizukage, so he automatically had magnet release. But if he didn't, then Shikoku would have given it to him. So yeah. Deku has done the Biju Bomb before. His max is 1 every 24 hours, and it drains him. He is able to fly on the cloud of sand, and he can create a giant, basically, spear and pierce enemies. He's gaining trust with Shikoku, which is a pretty big deal, and yeah. Shikaku's personality is basically the same as in canon, except he doesn't hate humans as much. He doesn't like them for what they're doing to Deku, and yeah. Deku does know his name, by the way. His quirk was named after the tailed beast inside of him. So I hope you all enjoyed part 0, and I'll see you tomorrow with, well, hopefully tomorrow with part 1.